Yo, what is up, boys and girls? My name is B Limpid and not O Smurf, and thank you guys for joining me for another commentary and not calling me O Smurf, because you guys are doing a great job at that. High five for that. That just hurt my ear. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about today is my views on modern day Republicans. I'm not looking for an argument in the comments. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just simply here to go ahead and state my opinions. And if you do have to leave a comment that is extremely, just completely unneeded, and just, just a bunch of exclamation points and yelling, calling and saying, fuck you, you fucking liberal piece of shit, or whatever, I will proceed to block you. If you want to leave a reasonable response to anything I say in here and try to correct me on anything in a reasonable manner without me, calling me a fucking idiot or anything, then I wholeheartedly will go ahead and say, go ahead. I will not block you for that. If you want to leave me constructive criticism, I'm all for it. If you want to be hateful, I am not. So, with that out of the way, let's get into the topic. So let's do this in kind of a list form, I guess. So number one reason why I don't like Republicans is the fact that they would let their religion dictate any way they rule, whether it be through Congress, presidency, Senate, anything like that. Just any form of power they have, they would let their religion rule the lives of others, even though the lives of others may not be religious lives. Things like opinions on abortion. If you look at the Republican Party is much, much, much more towards not letting abortion happen, even in cases of rape and incest. And you've seen that plenty of times. I'm sure that you've probably heard of one of the stories about, legitimate rape, or that rape is God's will, or whatever. I'm sure you've heard those stories, and those are obviously from Republican men who are very Republican. So, with that said, I don't agree that Republicans should let their religion in any way dictate that in the way that they think they should rule. It's the greatest men in history, the ones who started this country. They didn't let religion play a part in the way they let their people live. So I don't agree with that, first off. Next off, I don't like the fact that the Republican Party is based off wealth now, and they kind of buy their positions more or less. In the Mitt Romney campaign, you've seen this a lot more. A lot more voter fraud, more or less lean towards Mitt Romney. A lot of more big guys, trying at super PACs and stuff like that. A lot more super PACs for Mitt Romney. I'm not saying Obama doesn't do it too, but what I am saying is Republicans usually will pay more to have a candidate win, because usually that candidate does have their best interest in mind, the wealthiest best interest in mind. And if you have a wealthy person pay for you to get into a position of power, then usually that wealthy person expects something out of that. Whether it be tax cuts or anything like that, they usually expect that out of you. Otherwise, they wouldn't give you the money. Which is one of the things I like about Mitt Romney, is that he's received a lot of his money from, like fundraisers and stuff like that. And it kind of scares me that money, like worthless paper can buy somebody a position to rule millions. And I hate that. I hate that about money and how it can dictate elections, whether it be Democrat or Republican. I hate that money plays any part in the way that a person should be able to win. Money doesn't make somebody better, it just makes them more noticeable, I guess, in the public eye. It doesn't make that person better, but I don't know. Next thing on the list is I don't like the Tea Party movement. I don't like a movement that likes to call themselves grassroots when they receive, funding from millionaires. And one of the things I hate about this whole grassroots Tea Party thing is people in the middle class, or even, towards lower class Republicans, they even side with the Tea Party just because the Tea Party is religious, so people can get on board with that, especially middle class people. But then again, the millionaires paying for the grassroots Tea Party movement, they're essentially paying to have more middle class voters sway towards the Republican Party, due to the fact that middle class people are like, yeah, I can side with these Republicans. These guys support my beliefs in Christianity and stuff like that. Hell yeah, I'll vote Republican. While the people with millions of dollars are like, yes, perfect. They're going to vote me into office again. I'll be able to get myself more tax cuts and my friends more tax cuts. Perfect. And that's one of the things I hate, is that I kind of hate just like the people that vote for Republicans when they know that the best interest is not in their siding. When you have lower class people who vote Republican, like, I'm talking like rednecks and stuff like that, people who live in like trailers that have like Romney signs in the front yard. I'm like, what are you doing, bitch? What is this? Why are you voting for Romney? He doesn't have your best interest in mind. I'm not saying Obama has their best interest in mind, but I'm saying he does have more of an interest in mind for those people. Romney could care less. I'm not just talking about Romney, but I'm talking about Republicans in general. So those are my opinions. If you guys want to say anything about them, those are just simple 4 things that I don't like about the modern day Republican Party. If you guys got anything to say, leave it below. in a nice, meaningful way. I love you guys. Have a good day. His name is Limpet, or Be Limpet, or whatever the fuck you want to call me. No Smurf is plausible to call me, but it's not preferred, however. Trying to restart here things on my channel. Anyway, 61 subs right now. Thank you guys for that.